Friends, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you're domiciled in the world, and good night to some of you. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Iyke Peters. I hail from Newi is in Newi province of Biafra land. We're broadcasting this morning live from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We call upon him at this time before we proceed to lead us in prayer. Please, let's bow our heads and pray. Let's pray.
Without whom we cannot function, and unto him we give every honor and every adoration wherever you are. I will ask you, if you are in the spirit, to remain so. If you are outside the spirit, we ask you to come into it. Because what we are preaching from here is a gospel of redemption, as directed by Chukwukika himself in heaven. And this very gospel, we must preach it. Therefore, we must pray. We give thanks unto thee, O Elohim, for there is none like thee. There can never be any like thee. You are the beginning and the end. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Our lives are in the palm of your hands. We commit all that we are unto thee. We have come as the ancients did before us, as our ancestors did before we came, to offer praise and adoration unto your holy name and no other. For we do not worship any idol. We do not worship anything born of a human being. We do not worship anything carved out of a tree. We do not bow down before anything molded with the hands of men. It's only thee that we worship. That is why we have come this very evening on this hallowed platform that you yourself created, to offer you unadulterated praise and to hand over to thee all that we can ever become, because Biafra is yours. This very family of IPOB, you molded yourself. You decreed that IPOB must come, and now that we have come, that we may worship thee, O Elohim, please accept our offering of praise and sacrifice unto your holy name, because there is no other like thee. We will continue to adore thee. We will continue to worship thee. And as I said before, and I will reiterate, as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession, we will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, oh Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless IPOB, and you will bless me, and you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. Now and forevermore we pray. Ise.
Welcome, boy. Yeah, man. Gomez Production. I trust my God. IPOB, we are the freedom fighters. IPOB, whiter than white. IPOB, whiter than snow. Yezokuba wala soloku is pure. Okusha maybe la soloku bukeloku. Them can they kill us because we are agitating for our freedom. Them just they kill us because we are agitating for our freedom. IPOB, United States is over. It's over. Omochikoki Kabiama, United States is over. Namudi Kana, our leader, United States is over. It's over. Our leader, I must follow you to the end. A good leader, lead us with you the example. Shooty for our life is over. First in our repeat, now we win is over. Either Biafra or less this life is over. That's what we say. Either freedom unless this life is over. It's over. Long of the rising sun. Rise up against our enemies. Oluwa Bomboy, Babado, we have been here too much. Ancient of the ancient, Elohim, we have been here too much. Because if you see that blood with that clip for our land, it's irritates in my heart. Baba got to see that children, blood with that kilo. No, they happy for the cheat. British government, you. When I see, when I keep quiet. American government, you. When I see, when I keep quiet. United Nations, no. When I see them, when I keep quiet. Okoko governors for our land. When I keep quiet. Allah mind you, kill and work. Keep it quiet, Papa. Yeti Allah, Masakala and work. Keep it quiet, Papa. Follow me husband, first reform woman. Keep it quiet, Papa. Janja with the conductor, Yawafa. Keep it quiet, Papa. Oh yeah, Maru, Chechukuna. That's what we say. Ipob, we are the freedom fighters. Ipob, we are the freedom fighters. Ipob, white and white. Ipob, white and snow. Yezoku bawala soloku is pure. Okusa maybe la soloku kuteluku. And the fear time. Them can they kill us because we're agitated for freedom. Then just they kill us because we're agitated for freedom. Ipob, United States is over. Omuchikoki kabyama, United States is over. Namudi Kanu, our leader, United States is over. Our leader, I must follow you to the end. A good leader, lead us with you the example.
Broadcast from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra, London. Our leader's name is Mazi Iyke. This morning, we're going to look into the sit at home that's been ordered that started today. It's going to be every Monday, not just it doesn't end today, starts today, another Monday until our leader is released. Yesterday I read something on Facebook that was very disturbing. Later in the, that was in the evening. Yesterday somebody called my attention to it. An article, something purported to have been published by Kanu. Some are saying fake news, some are saying his account has been hacked and everything. Well, I don't know. You don't know. But the only person that knows is Kanu. If he has been hacked, he should call the radio, call any of the platforms and get it cleared, because we don't like contradictions. Our DOS, they made an announcement, and they are the leading government of the Biafra land at the moment, as our leader is away. That is the way it's supposed to be. It does not matter who you are. Nobody has a right to counteract anything that they have said. So let me assume, it's unverified, that the account was hacked. Actually, their hackers are really working very, very, very extremely hard, so they can do just about anything to anybody. I remember an incident a couple of days ago. My wife called me at work that somebody was trying to talk to her on WhatsApp. And the person started by saying, I am Igbo, and we have a group, Igbo group, and all the rest of them. And my wife quickly said, so where are you calling from? Because your number here shows it's Nigeria, 234. And meanwhile, he said, no, I'm here. I'm just using my WhatsApp address and the rest of them. He sent her a code and said my wife should go to the code and look at it. That was before she called me. So when she called me, I said, listen, stop doing it. Can I have that number? And then she sent me the number of the person that called. I called him from work. I made one mistake, because the mistake I made was that I was too fast with him. I could have gotten more information from him. I called him up and he introduced him. He didn't respond. Then he called me back and he introduced himself said I'm calling from, I am the leader of the Igbo group. And the first mistake I made is I said, where is your location? And he hung up. He got scared and hung up. Maybe if I had let him on, I could have gotten more information. So people have to be very careful. These are hackers. These are people that are trying to send you a code. It's very easy. That is something that happens all the time. If you have an account with any particular business and you've forgotten your password, the first thing they tell you is they're going to send you a code on your phone that is registered with them. But unfortunately, the hacker doesn't have the phone. So whatever code they send is going to come to you. Assuming that, let's say I'm here in the United States of America and the code, they're going to send it to my phone, my personal line, my personal phone that is registered with them. I've been able to give them probably my email address, and then I forgot the password. So they're going to send you a code. And when this code they are sending it to me, they're not sending it to the hacker, they're sending it to me, the owner of the phone. Now the hacker calls me up. He doesn't have the number, he wants that code. So as soon as you give him that code, boom, voila, he's gone into your account. It's happened all the time. It's a very simple thing that people have to be very careful about, because why would anybody send you a code? They are not the ones that are sending the code. The organization, wherever you have the account, are the ones sending the code to your phone. So he doesn't have access to your phone, and he calls you with sweet mouth. You give him, because my wife, when she had a group, and this where we live, in the community where we live, we have an African group. It's not just Igbo, African group. But so my wife was like, but who have you sent this stuff to? Trying to find out, because she knows most of the people around. And eventually, the guy already gotten the code, so there was no point carrying on with the conversation. He hung up. Then when he called me, I called him from my own phone from work, and he responded. He didn't respond when I called. He didn't answer, but he called me back. Then the first mistake he told me, he introduced himself as the leader of the group, and I go, where are you located? And he hung up. Maybe if I had continued with the conversation. So we have to be very, very careful. So based on what we're saying, Kanu probably is not the one that did that. I'm not defending him. I'm not saying he did or he did not. It's the onus is on him to call the radio and get this point straight, because I don't see why anybody should go contrary to what our US is saying. They are the leader of the organization for now. Our leader is incarcerated. They are like his arms and his legs. We don't know how they work. It doesn't matter who you are. I am here on the radio. I'm talking. That doesn't necessarily make me an officer in IPOB. No, I am not. I am just working. I'm just talking on radio. I'm taking directives. I have no right to make laws and whatever. So we cannot go contrary to what we say. The enemy is there working. They are doing all their best to make sure they disrupt us. Monday, today, I think I saw a few places on Facebook. And if there are people that are in those areas and that need to talk, please call the radio and let's talk about it. Let's discuss about it. Let's see what happens. You are at home, so you wouldn't tell me you are walking the street. No, stay at home. We are trying to protect your lives. Not only that, we're trying to actualize. We're sending a message, a very strong message to these people, that they just cannot take us for granted anymore. To get worse than this, honestly, this is just the beginning. And I am sure that if our leader is not released, we are going to continue. We're not going to stop. They cannot stop us. Threatening, embarrassment, and whatever they think they can do to stop us is not going to work, because, we know what we are going, and where we are going is where we are going. They cannot dictate for us what to do. We tell them what we want to do, and that's exactly what we do. All right, so let me read out something here that I found out. Our lawyer was saying. The conversation is quite long, but I'm going to read it in its entirety because it's very important. It has to do with what we are doing. It's an interview with a lawyer, Jimako. Is it Jimako? Our lawyer, one of our lawyers. So I saw this article and I decided to copy it out and make sure that I go through it with you guys. This is Radio Biafra. It says here, Kanu is technically still in Kenya. That's the article. And it's by Aloy Ejimako. A very interesting article. I want us to listen very well, because this is the University of Radio Biafra. We learn every day that we are here. We learn things. It says here, yes, that's right. In the purest interpretation of foreign relations law as applied to Britain and Kenya, Mazi Kanu is technically speaking still in Kenya. Then he asked why, how. He has an answer. Dual national or not, Kanu departed Britain and traveled to Kenya as a British citizen. Kenya admitted him as such. That's the starting point. So after his admission to Kenya, it happens that Kanu must be expelled from Kenya soil, with or without due process. The next natural and legal thing to do is for Kenya to expel him to Britain, not Nigeria. Choosing to expel him to Nigeria means that he could also been expelled to any other country than Nigeria. Why? Because Kanu presented himself as to Kenya as a British citizen and not a Nigerian citizen or even a dual citizen. In international law, it was clearly a three-way immigration contract between Kanu, Britain, and Kenya. Nigeria was not a party to it, and Nigeria was never in reckoning at the Kenya port of entry when Kanu presented himself for admission. Lawyers call it privity of contract. Interesting article. Further, counting from the time of Kanu's adoption to the infamous rendition, Kenya cited no other travel documents that could have, in addition to Britain, contributed another nationality to Kanu, including that of Nigeria. Or was Kanu admitted to Kenya on a Nigerian birth certificate? He asked. So it's dubious that Kenya attributed Nigerian citizenship to Kanu merely because those that sponsored the abduction and the rendition presumably told Kenya that Kanu was born in Nigeria. What about the credible claims in public domain that Kanu had renounced his Nigerian citizenship? If place of birth should count, then renunciation should count for more. Put another way, unless Kenya was shown Kanu's Nigerian birth certificate, it is expected to presume Kanu as a British citizen only. After all, beyond a birth certificate, a passport is the next best proof of citizenship. Verbal assertions of place of birth is, as a matter of immigration and nationality law, an insufficient proof of citizenship. Nonetheless, if Kenya was in any doubt as to where Kanu should be expelled, it should have resorted to the competent international laws on point. The most obvious of such laws is confined at Article 5 of the Hague Convention on certain questions relating to the conflict of nationality law, which states that, quote, within a third state, a person having more than one nationality shall be treated as if he had only one. A third state shall, of the nationalities which any such person possesses, recognize exclusively in its territory either the nationality of the country in which he is habitually and principally resident, or nationality of the country with which in the circumstance he appears to be in fact most closely connected. As can be seen from above, Kanu was required to meet one of two conditions in order to be treated by Kenya exclusively as either a citizen of Nigeria or Britain. So let's put Kanu into what the Hague Convention says and see how he comes out. Fact: Kanu is 53 years old. Out of this, he has spent some 30 years in Britain and 23 years in Nigeria. His wife and children are domiciled in Britain, and they are British citizens either by birth or naturalization. Kanu has his home in Britain and pays his taxes there. Another fact: main occupations, Radio Biafra and Ipob are corporate citizens of Britain in good standing, both having been duly registered in Britain, and Kanu runs both of them from British soil. Conversely, the last time Kanu visited Nigeria, he was arbitrarily arrested, prosecuted, and detained for 18 months. In time, he was nearly killed under circumstances that could be considered state-sponsored murder, which is a crime against humanity under the Rome Statute. So, as you can easily see from above, Britain is where Kanu is habitually and principally resident, as well as the country with which, in the circumstances, he appears to be in fact most closely connected. If, like Kenya, you think Nigeria qualifies by a stretch, then you must be thinking that being in jail for nearly 2 years and surviving extrajudicial murders are good attributes of citizenship. Thus, Kenya, being the third country, could have treated Kanu exclusively as a British citizen because, even as the Hague Convention requires Kanu to meet one or two of the following conditions, overqualified by meeting both conditions. Therefore, as a strict matter of foreign relations law, as applied to Britain and Kenya, minus Nigeria, Kanu is technically still in Kenya. How? Because Kenya was the last country in which Kanu, a bona fide British citizen, was lawfully admitted. In other words, subsequent to his admission to Kenya, Kanu desired to depart from Kenya. The only country he could have legally departed to was Britain, not Nigeria. Why? Kenya immigration could not have allowed Kanu to depart to Nigeria without him presenting either a Nigerian passport or a Nigerian visa. In view of foregoing, the next best step for the British to take, especially in the face of Nigeria's intransigence, is to ask Kenya to account for the whereabouts of her citizen, Nnamdi Kanu, last seen in Kenya as of June 19, 2021, as Her Majesty's subject and as a free citizen of Britain, not a criminal suspect. Once Britain sits up, Kenya, whether complicit or not, would begin to appreciate the true legal and diplomatic implications of failing to protect a bona fide British citizen who made his last lawful immigration stop on Kenya soil. And Nigeria, too, will begin to realize that Kanu's presence in Nigeria is unlawful and unsustainable. Ejimako is a special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi. This is very interesting. Like I said, Radio Biafra, we're learning a lot. We are learning a lot. If you don't pay attention to this radio, you are going to. So this whole thing is that the British people know what they are doing. They are complicit to this. They could not, but unfortunately, this is like swallowing the fish bone. The fish bone is stuck in your throat. It can't get into your stomach and you cannot get it out. You swallow up water, it will just scratch it and then go down, and then the bone remains there. So they are a pain in their ass. They are like a bee that is stung to your scrotum. And that is exactly what it is. Whether they like it or they don't like it, we are here to make sure that they will eventually release our leader, no matter what they say. They see the British people, they planned it very well, but unfortunately for them, I wouldn't say they succeeded, because the way it goes, the way it is going right now as we speak, we know very well that we are watching. That's why they are playing for time. All this game they are playing is for them to think exactly how they are going to handle this, because it is too tough for them to handle. They took something that is very, very. This morning I even saw that article again that I was looking for, where that midget, the woman, what's her name? Angela. I don't know. It's not Angela. The short woman, the short British lady, who actually had been questioned, and she was very, very uncomfortable when Mr. Dr. Abatri was questioning her about the situation with Kanu. I don't know why that article keeps on disappearing. Anytime I post it and I want to talk about it, you see when she was asked about Kanu, what does she think? And she says this is a digression. For her, it's not important because she has nothing to say. She doesn't want to commit herself. She doesn't want to lie to the world, because she's already lying, and they've already lied, and they don't even know when to change. So the truth is that we know that the British government has to do with it. Not officially, not the British citizen, but the British government. Their government know that they cannot arrest Kanu in their country because he didn't do anything. He's a legal person that didn't do nothing. So the best thing is, let's push him over to Kenya and bribe them, give them something, incentive. Because as soon as Kanu was invited, now they said they're having education summit, they're inviting Kenya. Because this just will tap you on the back and tell you, hey, bravo, you've done well. Done well, my son. But we are still watching. There is nothing they can do. It is too late for them to do anything about Kanu. Kanu is the indomitable strength that we have. He knows what he wants about his people, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop us. We are here to actualize our country, and that is what is happening. The world is talking. Everybody's talking.
This United Nations, to allow Great Britain to even have a voice, they should be censured from this organization. They have no right to human rights, to claim concern for human rights, when they have slaughtered 5 million Biafrans, when they have killed 2 million by genocide and by starvation. It is illegal, it is immoral, it is ungodly, and Great Britain must pay the price. They must give up the rights to that oil. It is Biafran oil. It is not English oil. It is not Great Britain oil. It is not Nigerian oil. It is Biafran oil. And Biafra, according to the document and the contract that the United Nations signed, Biafra has a right to their name, to their country, to their resources, and to their oil. God bless Biafra!
My God, Ipob, we are the freedom fighters. Ipob, white and white. Ipob, white and snow. Yesoku bawala soloku is pure. Open some bila soloku teluku. Them can they kill us because we are agitating for freedom. Then just they kill us because we are agitating for freedom. Ipob, United States is over. It's over. Omochikoki Kadama, United States is over. Namodika our leader, United States is over. It's over. Our leader, I must follow you to the end. A good leader us with you the example. Can you shoot for our life? It's over. First in our raping now we win. It's over. It's over. Either Biafra or less this life is over. That's what we say. Either freedom or less this life is over. It's over. Land of the rising sun. Rise up Babado, we have been here too much. Ancient of the ancient, Elohim, we have been here too much. Because if you see that blood with that clip our land, it's irritates in my heart. Baba got to see that children, God with that kilo. No, they're happy for the cheat. British government, you, when I see, when I keep quiet. American government, you, when I see, when I keep quiet. United Nations, no, when I see young, when I keep quiet. Okoko governors, for our land, when I keep quiet. Allah mind you, kill and wabro. Keep quiet, Papa. Yeti Allah, Masakala and wabro. Keep quiet, Papa. Follow me, husband, for so from woman. Keep quiet, Papa. Janja with the conductor, Yawafa. Keep quiet, Papa. Chai. Oh, yeah, Maru, Jejikuna. That's what we say. Ipob, we are the freedom fighters. Ipob, we are the freedom fighters. Ipob, white and then white. Ipob, white and then snow. Yezoku bawala soloku is pure. Okusa maybe la soloku uteluku. Them can they kill us because we're agitating for freedom. Them just they kill us because we're agitating for freedom. Ipob, United is over. Omuchikoki kadama United is over. Namudi kana our leader United is over. Our leader, I must follow you to the end. A good leader, lead us with you the example. Can you shoot for our land? Is over. First in our Europe now where we went. Is over. Abomination. Either Biafra or less this life is over. That's what we say. Either freedom or less this life is over.
Onitsha, I'm seeing Onitsha complied also. And we are not saying that we not no fear that somebody will not comply, because it's only a fool that will not, that want to sit down at home and fold your hands. Like I said something about what came up yesterday evening, purported to have been published by Kanu. Kanu is a junior brother, so our leader. He's not an officer. He's just a member of IPOB like me. All of us are in the same circle, so we have no right, no power to make laws or disobey laws. We follow instruction, we follow order. You know, IPOB is properly structured. It does not really mean it's not like a family business. No. We might be very close to the leader. Doesn't just give us the authority to open our mouth and say what we are not supposed to say. We follow instruction, whatever is given to us, whatever we are told to do, that's exactly what we do. So what I've read about what our lawyer Ejimako wrote down, it's a very big lesson, not just for the zoo, but for the entire world, to understand that the world might look very chaotic, but you know something, it is structured. You don't just go there and do whatever you think you can do. You just run into a city in another country and took somebody like that. This is a planned thing. It's a planned thing that money changed hands. There's no doubt about it. But we are still investigating to find out who is responsible for all this nonsense. Our politicians, because they are clamoring for them, the biggest problem they have today, not only being the president of that zoo called Nigeria. I don't really know somebody who wants to be president of Nigeria. What document how are you going to run that country? How? Why can't you people admit the fact that the foundation is completely rotten? Who goes out there and see a building that is falling down, or a building that the foundation has so much cracks? Rather than demolish and rebuild, all you are doing, you're changing you change the wooden door to alumako, change the roof from tile to probably zinc or whatever. The thing will still collapse because the foundation is rotten. That's the way Nigeria is. Nigeria's foundation has not even been stable since it was created. Somebody cannot ask himself, for 50 years, let's just benefit of the doubt, say 50 years. Don't forget the zoo was created over 100 years ago. Until today, the same thing. There is a child is still crying and pointing in the same direction. And you are there struggling to make sure that you fix it. Yesterday, an old program, I saw this Farouk Adamu when he was being interviewed on channel. And he was one of these are politicians though. He was not making one single sense. This is the way Nigeria is. You're saying something that is the truth. But because you are supporting somebody who is somebody who is dragging you to the grave, you want to stick with that person. Somebody is telling you that Nigeria is a poverty. You say that those people is their opinion. In other words, what anybody is saying doesn't matter. What matters is that Farouk Adamu is feeding himself very well with his family. He's okay. He doesn't care. World Index, the people that is their job to tell this, they don't tell stories. They work with data. They have sure of what they are saying. No, they are not correct. You are correct because you think. All they say is when Jonathan was, the poverty in Nigeria start today. Okay, it didn't start today. So must we continue? Why did you take off Jonathan? Because you claim you know the solution to the problem. Now you've come in, things are getting worse. Worse and worse and worse. You people cannot mend this thing. This broken bottle cannot be mended. It's broken already. I don't know why you don't see these things. And you have some stooges in the southeast, the so-called Biafrans, because these people are not. What they are afraid of is coughing out the money that they've embezzled, because there's so much skeleton in their cupboard that they are scared. They have to talk. They really have to do something. Tell me a governor of a state will tell the people, don't please start, if you come out if you start home, we are not going to pay your salary. First of all, you don't even pay them salary. You've not paid salary for a couple of months. So that thing that you said, what has it added to you? How are you going to? Oh, we are monitoring NNAMDI'S Kanu trial. Who are you monitoring? Monitoring from Ngwaland, right? You never went to Abuja. What do you monitor? We are not asking you to monitor. It's just like you see a child with a matches where there's a tank of fuel, petrol, and you're waiting to see if he's going to scratch that matches. Aren't you crazy? You don't go out there and take the match from the child. You are monitoring. Why did they render him in the first place? Why did they bring him in? You cannot protest. You cannot say anything. And people are trying to protest and you're trying to stop them. You are a mad person. What you cannot do, others are doing it. Let us admit that all of us cannot be like Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is a rare breed. He's a very, very rare breed. It's hard to find people like him. I can't do what he's doing. You can't do it. So why don't we just support what he's doing? Not try to bring him down, to bring down what he's doing. Be your own brother's keeper. Support your own. That is the biggest problem we have. The enemy is rejoicing and we are rejoicing because the enemy is rejoicing. They touch our own, they are rejoicing. Then we that they touch our own, rather than brood or cry or anything, we are rejoicing with them. Hey. This is very frustrating. You know, yesterday my Facebook page, I posted something that a photograph that I said when I spoke about Ghost Town. There was a child, somebody who, honestly, his English was so incoherent. I couldn't understand what he was saying, so I just ignored it. And a lot of people are clamoring and cursing him out and telling him how stupid he is and the rest of them. But I don't know how they understood the English, because English language is not, when you don't make the sentences right, it's always very difficult for people to understand. I ignored it but I knew where he was going. He was trying to be insultive and the rest of them, but he still was not coherent enough. The English language wasn't very good, so I couldn't really make much sense out of it. But there are people that made sense, so they're attacking him left, right, and center. This is supposed to be a young person. Anyway, according to his article, if somebody who is young, when I was his age, Believe me sincerely, I know the way he's talking, he can never, ever, ever in his life achieve the way I take this thing, what I have tried to do. He can never, and I'm sure he's going to do it, because already he's a demented person. He's not thinking. Maybe it's one of those people that DSS is paying to write something, but it does not matter to me, because I know what I want to do. I joined the army as a child soldier. I fought in the army. I grew up with the rank. I was an officer. I was commissioned in the field when I was his age. He couldn't do that because he's such a coward. All they think is sit down there, and they are not even what. Nobody said he should go to war. Nnamdi Kanu came up with a different system. With a different system that at least you can use your mouth to talk. In our own time, it wasn't like that. Ojukwu didn't force us to go to war. No. But we had no hope. If the media was there, the system was the same thing today, maybe we will not go to war. But we did go to war. Okay, today the media is different. It is different. You can't protest. You cannot make contribution. You cannot support what we are doing. And you are opening your big mouth to talk. People like that, I call them distraction. But you know something? Today, Biafrans have proved that they are resolute. They are willing to do. It doesn't matter that if people, as it goes on, people will be done. They will force to do it. Don't forget that when IPOB started, it started with very few people, right? It is growing and growing and growing. Do you know something very interesting about this whole IPOB saga? I was thinking the other day that maybe when Nnamdi Kanu first came out and started calling for referendum, that they had this referendum, probably it couldn't have been successful on our behalf, because a lot of people were skeptical. People like me were standing in between the line, so I wouldn't be able to courageously vote to let Biafra go if at the beginning. But you know something? The longer you keep it, the more percentage is increasing. The more number of people that are coming in. If we were going to have 10%, maybe 14 years, since 2014 or 2013. Today, my dear brothers, we are going to have 89%, 90%. And as it goes on, it's going to get to 120%. It's going to go beyond 100. Because it is touching everybody. What this man, the young man, told us from the beginning, they're going to Islamize you. They're going to kill you. We're going to kill them. They're going to kill, but in the end, Biafra will come. Things are not getting better for anybody. Even those who are supposed to have families in politics, families that are able to, steal money and come and take care of you and all that, they are beginning to feel the pain too. That this thing, nothing is working. This thing is not going to change. The only solution to this problem is get everybody together. Let us decide on what we want to go, where we want to go, how we want to go, and what we need to do. And that is exactly what will solve our problem. Pushing this debt under the rug will not solve anything. I am telling you. Referendum is something we've been asking for from the beginning, which is the simplest and the quickest way of solving this problem. They will not. Yesterday I read something, I don't know if it's true, unverified. Aisha Buhari is now telling the Northerners that Nnamdi Kanu is the person that is seeking for your own freedom. Aisha Buhari. I can't believe that. I read it. I heard one of the bloggers, they wrote something about not just one person. I read it, and somebody even put in a link to show where the statement was made. I didn't verify it too, but at least this is telling us that the longer you keep this thing, the longer you keep this iron on fire, the hotter it's going to be. It's getting hot and hot and hot and hot. It will never go down. Cool. The number of people that are clamoring for freedom now is a lot larger. Don't forget that since 2014, Sunday Igboho was not there. The people in the Middle Belt, they were not there. It was just Nnamdi Kanu talking and talking on radio. Today, the crowd is increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing. By the time you get the referendum, believe me sincerely, it will be 120%. So the sooner you do it now for yourself, the better. They could have done it 14 years ago. 2014. Not 14 years ago. Let's say 2014, we could have done it. And probably we couldn't have even succeeded like my thoughts. Because then most of us didn't follow, we're not following Nnamdi Kanu. We're just listening. And for me, it was like a joke. Then later I found out that, hey, this is beyond what I think. So are other people too. There are people today talking that many years ago they couldn't have ever wanted to even listen to this. They don't want to talk about. I have friends. I have people that talk to me, people of my age. At the beginning, they were like, what are you doing? After that war, somebody even asked me, what is in there for you? What exactly do you want? These are people that know me very closely. What do you really want? I don't want nothing. What I want is freedom for the children, for posterity. My grandchildren are here. I don't want to leave this for them. I will try my best. I am not guaranteeing anything, but at least when they talk to him, he say, yes, my grandpa was part of it. They see what I'm doing. They come into the studio once in a while to see me do the broadcast. So that is what is in there for me. When somebody asks me what is in there for you, that is exactly what is in there for me. What I'm doing now, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm very, very glad I'm doing it. I will not regret it. I will do it again, even if in the next lifetime, maybe if there is a life after now, I'll still come back and do the same thing. Because we don't want them to go through what we are going through. It's hell for everybody in the zoo. Some of you are saying, oh, you are living in America, you don't see anything. Who told you that? Am I supposed to be here at this time in my life? No. Even the person that I was talking about accused me. Say, when was the last time you came to the zoo? He came to Nigeria. Well, my son, I'm in Nigeria more than yourself. I know how many times I go there in a year. So it's not something that I'm not like the runaway person that has refused. I have done everything I can back home. My children are here. My children, I even took the pains of making sure that they go to high school in Nigeria. So what else do you want from me? I'm only trying to do what I think is right for them, for you, for all of you that are younger. So that tomorrow I'll raise my hand and say, yes, I did try. It will come. It will eventually happen. Because we're in this together. And one day somebody's going to talk to my grandchildren now when they are 30 years and they are men, and they're going to say, if I say, no, my grandfather was part of it. Like some people call the radio today to say, my father was a part of Biafra. That's a pride. That is a pride. That is an anyatenisi. That is something that you merit. We call them veterans. They are people that have struggled and put in. Some of us are still able to look strong and walk around, you know. But many of us have gone. Many are sick. Many are weaker because of age. So we are all in this together. What they are asking, like I said before, Nnamdi Kanu brought in a new system where we can sit on the microphone and make broadcasts and talk to people and talk to their conscience. Forget that some of them might be pretending as if they don't understand what we are saying. They do. They still go back home and think and reminiscent. They sit down at home, they close their eyes, they start thinking of their life, thinking about what this man is saying. Even though you might still wake up and want to be show off, you know, the truth is that the ego is something that is very, 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 very hard to subdue. But the moment you are able to subdue your ego, you are alive. Your personality comes out. You are a real person. Because what you are wearing is like a jacket that can be taken off. When you take off that jacket, they call the ego. You become a normal person and you start thinking properly. It doesn't matter who said it, whether it is your son or your friend or your worst enemy. If he speaks the truth, take the truth and do not discard. Do not throw away the water with the baby inside. When your friend or your enemy speaks, grab the truth. Forget about the messenger. The messenger might be somebody you don't like. It has nothing to do with you. What matters is the message that he's trying to disseminate. And this is exactly what we keep talking about all the time. People are jealous because they are not the ones not that they're not the ones. They are not. They could have liked to be Nnamdi Kanu, but we can't. Just like most of us musicians too. We when we're playing the music in those days, we're always wishing that we are somebody higher than us. But you can't be that person because you are not the same. Everybody has his path. The path has been created for them, and that's the way they're going to go. They are more talented. They accuse us of so many things. within music industry in those days, it still happen. I don't know if it's still happening today, but in those days, accused of all kinds of things. You make a record that people are buying. Oh, you're all gonna war. You know, it's like it's a common story. I even hear the same thing today. So when you hear the song that they sing, that means that the whole thing that was there in those days is still here today. That is exactly what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu. I'm even surprised what they have not added to Nnamdi Kanu is that he's an occultist, because I'm expecting that. I don't know if anybody has even said that before. Because if no, he's fulfilling his destiny. You can't do what he's doing because you are not him. I am here talking on radio like I told you before. I never in my life thought I was one day going to sit down and do a broadcast on radio. But you know, I thought the one way or the other, they work out small. It's a new trade that I learned through Ipob. I used the microphone, yes, but basically for singing. I never really felt I was going to sit on the radio and start talking to people. No, that wasn't part of anything that I wanted to do, and I ever thought I would do. But you know, necessity is the mother of invention. I'm here, and I'm talking to you. So there are other things everybody can do. Everybody has it something. Oh yeah, mainly mad. Like one of my brothers spoke to me one time. I went to Biafra land and was saying something, and he said, "Don't ever think that because this." Why he said that is that this lady that anytime she hears that I'm in town, she will go get me some mangoes. You know, she goes to the bush to pick up fruits for me, and people are looking at it like she's trying to become my friend or something. And I said to them, no, she has love in her heart, because even though she's dwelled in poverty, she's not able to take care of her own family, but she thinks about me. She brings this stuff to me, and I'll just pick one and say, okay, thank you very much. Take this other ones, go give it out to your kids. And she remained my friend, even when I am not in the community, even when I am here. I don't forget that woman because of the love. Then one of my brothers said, actually, Uncle, you're very right, because there is nobody in this world who has nothing to give to somebody. If you keep yourself that you have nothing, that's what you can give. Can't you come and wash your car in the morning? It's part of giving. So everybody out there has something that he has to do. Don't sit down there and start criticizing. I have nothing to offer. You do have something to offer. If they tell you to sit at home and you sit at home, you have offered something. Oh yes. You don't have to take your money from your pocket and give to IP. No. They told you to sit at home. Don't go to market today. Send this message across and you obey and you sit at home. You have offered something, my bro. You have offered something that is very, 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 very big without realizing it. Without feeling the pain of going to dip your hand in your pocket and giving out. No. So that's part of the offering that we are talking about. When you sacrifice, you don't go to market because you're told to show solidarity, to show them that holding our leader there is not the best. The message is getting across to them. Some will look at it negatively in the shallow mind that they have. After all, you are people that are going to suffer. What are you talking about? One day? What if they lock down Biafra land or the whole of the zoo for the way they did in COVID-19? Did you die? Let's stop fooling ourselves and be very, very reasonable. Let us be very, very reasonable, because we are not thinking. We just make assertions because we are looking for somebody to blame for something. So we have to find fault in anything that anybody does. The sit at home continues. It's not going to end on this today, Monday. So another one is coming up next Monday, unless our leader is let go. If they don't let our leader go, it will continue. And I bet you, if today was 70% compliance, the next one is going to be 80%, the next is going to be 90%, and it will continue like that, like everything else. Everything big started small. It is nothing. People will cry and talk and run their mouth. It's not going to stop us from achieving what we want to achieve. Our leader told us and made it very, very clear to us that Biafra is our religion, and Radio Biafra here is where we worship. We make sure that everything that we do, everything that we say, his compliance is helping to bring Biafra a little bit closer. This is Radio Biafra. Let me open up the line and have conversations with you this morning at 646-920-4541. 845-344-7984 plus 1929406-9953. Let us talk.
125 and poker.
It's M. Josh on the beat.
Oh, yeah, it's time to break loose from the chains. It's time for our freedom. Africa. Cause we can never let them negotiate our freedom. No. Hundreds of years is gone. No Messiah came for the black man. Told us that Jesus died for us, for the black man still they suffer. The truth be said.
Yezobubawala Soloku is pure. Okusa maybe la Soloku Buteluku. Them can't they kill us because we are agitating for our freedom. Them just they kill us because we are agitating for our freedom. Ipob, United States is over. It's over. Omochikoki Kabiama, United States is over. Namudi Kanu, our leader, United States is over. It's over. Our leader, they must follow you to the end.
Boys, right now, no one can hold the truth for a long time. Oh no, so stay awake. The sun is risen from the east.
All right, I'm back again on Seed. Let me take my first call this morning. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Unfortunately, that first call has slipped. All right, yeah, like I said before, people don't start calling me until I'm on Seed and back again. Let's see if the call comes back.
Kanu. Oh, song of salvation, freedom. Let Africa rise. Freedom for Biafra. Freedom. Freedom the Kanu.
All right, I have a call coming in on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, thank you, my brother, Professor Ike Peters. I will give you my Mazi Iyke brother calling.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. I first of all want to speak on the purported message of yesterday on the internet that the Kanu said the visit at home will not hold.
Yes.
So personally, I do not believe that Kanu said such a thing.
Yes.
I believe it is the handwork of saboteurs or DSS. Because if Kanu should say such a thing, and it happens that our leader, who is his senior brother, should hear something like that, believe me honestly, our leader will lay a curse on him. Because this is amounting to urinating on their parents' grave. Because their parents died for this cause. And Kanu, being a junior brother to our leader, I don't believe he says such a thing. Yes, I don't think he says such a thing. Because our leader will lay a curse on him instantly. And that curse will take effect immediately. So, well, we're coming to what you read out about our lawyer, Ejimako. I read that in also, and I was very happy.
Yes.
So, like as you said, that we are still investigating. If after all the investigations and this thing happens to be true that either Britain and Kenya were involved, our lawyer Ejimako will be encouraged to take this matter to International Criminal Court with what he has said. Because I know that Britain and Kenya will be found guilty because he wrote something that is very, very interesting. That thing you read, I saw it yesterday. I was happy. So it is we are winning. God is on our own side.
Yes.
So that's another thing. Then, thirdly, coming to this seat at home, This our area, but everywhere is 100%.
Yes.
100%. Everywhere is completely locked down. And I was even trying to say, if you open your line, I will call our madam commissioner, Mrs. Janet something, a commissioner in Abia State, who said she will arrest IPOB. But it's unfortunate, this woman, since she was posted to Abia State, she has not arrested a single Fulani man. You understand? He had never arrested, but he's going after IPOB. Now, this woman at your age, from wherever village you come from, if you hear that a Fulani man of 20 years old raped a woman of your age and she died, what will you say? That is just a question for this woman. He never arrested any Fulani man, but he's going after IPOB. Well, we are sitting in our house. We wouldn't know if it is a crime. As I'm in my house, I locked every part of my door, sitting inside my room. Is it a crime? If it is a crime, then come and pick me up now. So, my brother Peter said, we thank God. Oh, thank you very much. I'll give you a professor. The other people are calling you doctor, but you are a professor.
All right.
Because
thank you very much.
The actual professors in the university, they only lecture about 20 or 15 to 20 people. But you, sitting down on your microphone, you lecture the whole millions of people across all continents and time zones. And we listen to you. So you are a very high professor. Professor Peters, well done. May God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541. Let me take there's somebody who was trying to call me from Aba. I wanted to speak to that person. Unfortunately, I don't know, somebody was talking, so I know that number. The number just came in. This is a lady, a market woman that's calling me, and we talk all the time on phone. I never met her before, but I think she wants to talk on radio this morning. I'll give her the chance anytime. If you're listening to this program, please call us back. Call me back, and I will be able to pick up your call. All right, I have a call coming in on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon from Mazi Iyke.
Good morning, welcome.
This is NNAMDI'S. I want to say to you, sir, happy seat at home. Everything went successful today. And I want to bring this good news to the whole world. Shame unto those who try to disrupt this seat at home. They have seen that the people have spoken.
Yes.
The power belongs to the people. There is this song that I wrote that saying, power belongs to the people. All hail Biafra. Oh God, this land. We are your people.
Thank you.
We are your children. Lord, remember your promise, 'cause we are the light of the world. The power belongs to the people. Our people have spoken today. Today the world have known that our people have spoken. When this news broke that we are going to select it, or we are going to be having some Monday, it brought a lot of comfort to the people, because our people in Biafra land, when we that our leader was arrested, the whole land of Biafra, we are like, everybody was mourning. Today I want to encourage every one of us that are in IPOB. You must know that for the fact that most of our Biafran people are not in IPOB does not mean that they don't believe in what we are saying.
Yes.
Most of them are more hardcore than most of us that are in Biafran land. When the news broke, people were saying that some people say that they are not going to obey and all that. But I came online, I told you that people were so happy. They were so relieved in Biafra land. The moment the news we opened that, the people were saying, are they not going to do anything? Our leaders in IPOB, are they not going to do anything? Because everybody was troubled to hear that our leader was arrested. I keep telling them, wait, the DSS, we came up with a good plan. And when that plan came out, everybody was so happy. And today, we have proven to them that the power belongs to the people.
Yes.
The governors saw their ranting and everything they have done. They have seen it today that power belongs to the people. And one of the most interesting, funny thing about it is that people were not forced to sit at home. They did it willingly. And the Bible, the word of God said that those who are willing and obedient will eat the fruit of the land. The people have spoken today and more is coming. I just want to say thank God, thanks to Chukwu Kikabiama who have made this thing possible. NNAMDI Kanu is just a one man, but whenever he speaks, the land of Biafra remain calm. The governors will come out and make themselves irrelevant in most of their talks in whatever they are doing, but today they have been shamed. I don't want to dabble into the thing that our brother Mazi Iyke said yesterday. I just don't want to say anything, but I'm just going to leave that part for our leaders that are on top, those who know what is going on. Whatever they can do to fix it, let them fix it. Let us move on. This is not the time we begin to fight against each other. That was what our leaders said. The leaders there, any person who want to put mouth in this matter, be careful. The devil is at work in the midst of every one of us, so that we don't use our hand to create saboteurs in our midst again. Let the leaders continue to handle it in whichever way they are going to handle it. But those who plan to stop this sit-at-home today, they have been put to shame today. They have seen that power belongs to the people.
Yes.
Here in our kitchen, everywhere was locked down. There were no movements. And I believe this is the first start. That's around. I believe the next one will be superb. Yes. So I just want to bless God for our leader NNAMDI Kanu and the rest of IPOB members, non-IPOB members. We are fighting these calls. We are one people. When Biafra is restored, everybody is going to enjoy it. All of our labels, both those in IPOB and those who are not IPOB, all of our labels will remember. Remember, IPOB is a strong family. IPOB remain unshakable. IPOB remain unbreakable. Established by Chukwu Kikabiama himself. There is no man on this planet that can be able to destroy IPOB. Many have tried and they have gone. So keep up the good work, Mazi, and God bless IPOB.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, +19294069953. I'm still taking calls from Biafra land. Let me take this one. Call on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi.
Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. My name is Chukwese Ochukwese. Mazi, I'm very happy today. My happiness goes because my happiness goes to the compliance of the sit-at-home we are having today. Everywhere in Biafra land, especially in Enugu, everywhere is silent. As you can hear from the background, you can't even hear the sound of birds. Everywhere is silent. Mazi, today is one of the best days, my happiest day.
Thank you.
Because seeing Biafrans complying to what we are doing, I appreciate every Biafran here, more especially the people of Enugu State. And I say, may Chukwu Kikabiama continue to guide and protect everyone. Mazi, you can't even believe that I was talking with one of my friends. He do work with the PHCM Power Holding Company, which is NEPA. And he was telling me that they had their meeting, that they are even going to comply in the sit-at-home. Mazi, you can't believe that throughout yesterday evening, they started their own sit-at-home yesterday. Up till now, there is no light in it.
No sit-at-home.
Mazi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, sir. They started sit-at-home yesterday and there is no light.
Mazi, own this government. In fact, we control the movement of the zoo. To the extent the Ifan Yugun Soka of Enugu State said anybody that did not come to work today, he should know that he has expelled himself from the work. Why didn't he himself go to a government house? Even Ifan Yugun Soka is at home. Mazi, even the saboteurs, they are saboteurs are even at home. Oh, no. They have nothing to sabotage again. We have conquered all of them.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi, and God bless you.
God
This
bless
is situation report in Enugu.
Thank
The
you,
power holding are even assisting at home with us. Emeka is complying to the sit at home. Thank you.
There we go. Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls. Yeah, everybody has to comply. They have no choice. They have absolutely no choice. We own the land. The land belongs to us and is our land. There is nothing anybody can do. Today is the beginning. Next Monday and up the Monday until they do something about our leader, we're not going to give up. We're not going to stop. Like I said something about when I first started, I spoke about Kalunta. He needs to clean up himself because I'm not sure. That's why I don't want to dwell on it because the hackers are really working very hard. They are working very hard to disrupt and they take advantage of it. This is official hacking now because the people that are doing this is the DSS. They are doing it. They're changing names and they're answering funny names and people's names and making sure that they eventually get to somebody's account and they work on that. We're not going to give up. We're not going to give up at all. There's no way out. Let me see. I have a call coming in on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Peters, good morning. Biafrans all over the world. I'm greeting. My name is Chiyok. I'm calling from Maryland.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, sir, I know. You just have to manage it. Yes. I really want to commend the second to the last speaker that spoke. You see, when I heard that, it's heartbroken actually. When I heard that from Kanunta, I didn't want to believe until I went to his Twitter. And I told him that actually he should not allow himself to be used by the devil. You know, one thing we don't know, when we pray, don't believe that Satan will not react. Satan must react. And the Satan physically we are seeing, you see, if you have not encountered these Nigerian politicians, mainly the Igbo-speaking Nigerian politicians, you will not know the real meaning of devil. Those guys are just, if you want to, devil. Mm-hmm. Those guys are devil. You see, you don't know the torment these people might be passing through. You don't know do you know that Mazi Iyke is so respected all over the world? It's not just because of his fighting for Biafra. For him to turn down all these devils, their good things, and what they do, if you read the Bible, where devil tempted Jesus Christ, they will give you all. They will, in fact, they will promise you what you have never even heard. What Queen Elizabeth, what Queen Elizabeth is not even enjoying, they will promise, and they are ready to do it for you to come, for you to do their way. Those guys are devil, and I know that they are using this. If actually Kanunta said that, yes, they are using that. That's why I told him that he should not be used by these devils. Those people are the only one. Please, Biafrans, second to the last speaker, what he spoke, I wish you will replay it more and more. We are angry for what he did. But sometimes we can create a more dangerous saboteur out of our reactions. Tell all the other moderators, if they want to, the way you handle this, they should also handle that. Condemnation and whatever. In fact, DOS, I don't know. In fact, if you are with me here, I will buy you people burger all the time. I am so happy. I praise you guys for the way you are handling affairs.
Yes.
We should ask ourselves, why is it that Kanunta was there? Have you heard our leader encouraging him in any of the posts? No. Mazi Iyke is a disciplined man.
That's right.
We should not break his heart. Our reaction can break his heart. And please, our lawyers and people that go there to see him, this news should not infiltrate to him.
Yes.
I don't want him to feel bad. I don't want him to feel that his own blood is the one turning down a step to make sure that things work out. He is being possessed by these devils. You will not understand until you encounter these politicians. They even go and kill, go and do they are all the politicians. That's why anything you do against them, any day Nigerians, Biafrans rise against these politicians and pursue them, that place will be a safe haven. That's what I want to say. Please talk to other moderators.
Yes,
talk to them.
Thank you so much.
For them to handle this sensitively. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Calls are still coming in. You know, Kalonta, I don't want to believe that he's the one that wrote that thing. I just want to let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp private line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon. I'm calling from the zoo. My name is Kelechi.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, thank you. It's been a long time I speak in your platform.
Yes.
Mazi, they try you.
There we
God will bless you.
Bless you too.
In fact, you are making us proud. We are proud of you because at the first war you were there. At this time you are here. You are not just supporting us. You are also in the front. And for those who are saying that they don't know the kind of pressure that Kalonta will be that make him to support to Nigerian destiny. I don't know if they have called you privately to ask you the kind of pressure that you too will be getting, because they know. I know that those governors in our land knows that if they can bribe those of you who are speaking in Radio Biafra, that is another way of distracting what we are doing. So you see this our Kanunta. On 29th, after our leader was arrested, when he came out to speak on radio that day, I called Pastor Jack. I said, are you seeing what this guy is saying? Those who listen to his call on 29th of June, go back to that call that guy made that day. I called Pastor Jack. Pastor Jack said to me, it's like this guy has sold his brother. I said to Pastor Jack, I don't know if you see what Pastor Jack told me. It's like this guy has sold his brother because he cannot tell us that his brother is in Kenya for 8 days. And he's not aware of it. And somebody is saying that that maybe he didn't believe. What did you not believe there? Are you trying to say that our DOX is trying to frame something on him? Mazi, in fact, I know that some of our DOS is listening. We are not giving them order. We don't have what it takes to give them order. But Mazi, it is better. Anybody that have seen associating himself with that guy should be suspended now, because and if cancer, if somebody have cancer and they never cut it off on time, it will spread to other parts of the body. This guy is a cancer. We need to cut it off now. And anybody that have ever speak on his defense, that person is a suspect. Because I can't believe, it's mind-blowing that your own brother, you are aware that he's in Kenya, that he was adopted for 88 good days, and you did not say anything. You keep it. This guy is evil. And that is why sometimes he come to Radio Biafra and he insult all of us. The other day we were saying, nobody have power to have what it takes to insult Biafrans. We only allow our leader to do that. Apart from our leader, nobody else have power to insult us in this platform. But he comes here several times to talk rubbish, and we allow him because of the respect we have for our leader. Not because we love him, not because we know him. We don't know that criminal. We don't know him. And in fact, I love the action they took yesterday by coming out to debunk that rubbish that they have peddled down on the newspaper. And I want to encourage you guys to begin to react to everything anything that fly like mosquito. Let us cut them off, because if we don't cut them off immediately, they will spoil something. As another group of people that our leaders should look fast. It's all these keke riders. These people that are riding keke in our land. Those people, I don't care whether they are Biafrans, whether they are Yoruba or Fulani, wherever they come from. Any day we have sit at home, any keke we see on the road should be burnt down immediately, because these keke drivers, they are constituting nuisance in our land. We don't want it. How can people, some people are no longer sleeping in their house, some are in the bush, some are died, some are in the mortuary, some are in the prison. Like one of our sisters in Lagos, that day has been kidnapped for past 2 months now, is in DSS quarter, and somebody is riding keke. Is that person telling that those of us who are been taking risky in so many areas of this struggle that we are fools? It is time. Anybody you see on the road, anybody you see riding keke, riding okada, that person, that okada, you don't even need to kill him. Burn down the okada, burn down the keke. I'm sure that in next 10 years, he will not raise money in Nigeria to buy another keke. So that will serve as example to others that will want to compromise on next week Monday, because we are not going to give the zoo chance at all until they release our leader. Enough is enough. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harold. Very well spoken. I am sure that what you said is made a lot of sense, and especially the KK drivers. We're going to look into that. Next Monday comes it. Next Monday is going to be another day. Let me see. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp on private line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Hello, Mazi. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. Go ahead. Good morning.
Good morning. Very briefly, Mazi, my name is Chinwa Akweza and I'm calling from the city of Toronto, Canada. Mazi, you are a blessed person. For the battle you've been fighting, you fought and you are still fighting. I salute your courage. Yeah. I thank all Biafrans who are working assiduously to ensure that Biafra comes. Our great leader will not be left out. He is our Iroko. God has called him for this assignment, and only him are we absolutely loyal to, even at this time that he is not with us. Mazi, there is an impression I would like to clear, but this is my personal opinion. The issue that Kanunta's account was hacked should not even be mentioned. And I'm going to state it categorically clear that everybody knows when his account is hacked. If you're a frequent social media user, within 1 hour that your account is hacked, you will know, because you will not be able to access your account. And what do? You blow an alarm. You can make a post through somebody's Facebook account or Twitter. So that one should not even be mentioned. And Kelechi, thank you very much for refreshing that on the 29th, that Kanumta came on air to drop some tantrums, came to insult us. You know, this is the same person that said his brother, our leader, was in the mountain praying when he knows fully well that our leader was abducted in Kenya. Now, Kanu Unta, on that 29th, said a lot of things on air that led suspicion. I spoke on that day. You can go and find the clip. I spoke on that day, and I made a mention of something that I'm still going to say now, and I hope DOS are listening. There is an infiltration and there is a mutiny attempt in this our struggle, which has failed. It has failed because Chukwuka Biama is the owner of this Biafra restoration project. And I want to put this thing and let it be on record, because it must surely manifest in time to come. Everybody that is related to the reporting of our ESN account in the US should be stepped down in their position and investigated. There is an institution, or there is a team that was instituted by our leader for access recovery in the US. There is a lady assigned to that job. There is a team of people working. Those people should come and investigate all this, even the people that went to change the account of ESN in the website of the US. They should be investigated. There are people that want to claim us. All right,
let's cut it there, because they're now going outside what the world needs to know. We don't want to go there. Okay. This is something in-house. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you. I want to salute the courage of our people in Biafra land. Those people that sat at home. They understand what sacrifice is. I see all the posts in Facebook. and I see that it's really a ghost town. You know, when we have ghost towns every Monday, people should endeavor not to get on the ways of our ghosts, our Biafran ghosts who be roaming around. Again, these keke people that you mentioned, these people should be cautioned. These people should be cautioned because they are the people that always infiltrate whatever we do. They are the people that always come out. They should be set. They should use them to set example in some of these locations that they are still coming out. Some of them are Biafrans, some of them are not Biafrans. We are not playing. We are in this struggle to get Biafra. When we get Biafra, if you want to fly aeroplane, you fly aeroplane. If you want to ride keke, you ride keke. Whatever you want to do. But as long as we are here to pay this sacrifice, stay at home and abstain from work and every other thing every Monday until our leader is released, that process should not be circumvented at all in any way. Mazi, thank you very much. And let me make this announcement that if you live in the territories of Canada, you want to join IPOB, you want to contribute to what we are doing, there is an opportunity for you. Call this number 226-909-4222. 226-909-4222. Mazi, may God continue to give you wisdom as you speak. May you speak wisdom as we hear. May we not be only hearers but also doers of the word. From Toronto, Canada, my name is Chinua Kweze. Take it from me. I love Biafra.
There, well, thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541. The Keke Riders. I think Kelechi made a very good point. We're going to have to make you obey the law. When we make it, we're going to make you to obey it, whether you like it or not. If somebody in the market is not trading, why are you riding your keke up and down? You're moving people from one point to the other. When they come outside and they don't see keke, they will go back. Enough of this nonsense. We're going to enforce it. Particularly, I know we're going to keke will give your own order to sit at home. Just keke, all of you will sit at home. Should stop this nonsense and be part of what we do. We don't care where you come from. As long as you are in our land, you have to obey our law. When we say it in our land, that's the way it's going to be. You cannot just go out there and do whatever you think you like to do because you're riding keke, you are disobeying the law. That's not right. I have a call on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Chika Stefani. I'm calling from the United Kingdom.
There, well, welcome to the program.
Yes, sorry, Mazi. My Igbo is not very good, to be honest.
Yeah, because
I'm about 70%. So, yeah, I'm just calling. First of all, I just want to say hello to all the Biafrans across the world. Just to encourage everybody to continue moving ahead and don't worry about what Nigeria is trying to do. We are winning this race.
Yes.
We just need to obey all the commands and continue doing what we've been asked to do. Mazi, I'm actually calling with regards to an incident that took place today.
Yes.
One of my Biafran sisters living in Anambra State,
okay.
She called to complain that they're claiming that these are IPOB members apparently attacked her brother around 5 a.m. this morning when he was driving to Enugu State. He's actually a lawyer. He is a Biafran. Okay. He did explain to them that he had the emergency and that on a normal basis he wouldn't actually be out. But this was before 6 a.m. So I understand that it's not the leadership's fault in this case. Because they can't control what everybody is doing.
Yes.
But I just want to say, if there can be some kind of directive given to the Biafrans to obviously, understand that, there will be some emergency cases where people might be out, but obviously they have to take precautions on how they move around. I understand, some people might disagree, but I just feel that it's a fellow Biafran, so they shouldn't really, because they actually beat him with a machete. He's injured, and now he can't even get medical help because he's,
Let me comment to this. You see, this is the issue. This is what we're talking about. The people that are doing this, they are not Biafrans. They are not. I'm telling the gospel truth. The government planned it that way. They are the ones in the street. Because a Biafran who's in the street attacking somebody by 5 a.m. is not supposed to be in the street himself. They are supposed to be in their homes. So the people doing this, the DSS, they are planning this thing. So when you come out, they will attack you. See the way your sister has called you. In her conviction, they are Biafrans. How does she know that? Did she talk to them? Did she find out who they are? These people are the government is doing this. That is why when we are announcing this sit at home, we said, make sure you sit at home, because these people are going to go, because first of all, they heard us say that we're going to enforce it. So they assume, okay, this is an opportunity for us. We'll go out in the street and harass people because they're going to say IPOB or ESN did it. There's no way 5 a.m. in the morning, it's not time to sit at home. 5 a.m. is way 1 hour because 6 to 6.
Yeah.
But the point, my thought is that the people that are doing this are the DSS, the police, the army. They camouflage themselves. They have machetes. They can't have guns because the civilians will not carry guns. So they have machetes. Yeah. They are not, believe me, trust me, I believe what I'm telling you. Those people are not Biafran.
Yeah, because why I agree is because they took his vehicle as well, and I know IPOB are not. You understand? We've been in this struggle for a long time. We've been obviously following. I understand. That's why I'm trying to also send a message. This is my opportunity since I'm on air today.
Yes,
I want to send a message to the British government. I'm a British citizen. I'm in this country. What you've done to Mazi Iyke, whatever you've done to him, you've done to me. You understand? Because I'm feeling like, am I really a British citizen for the fact that I can go to a country and be kidnapped, and Boris Johnson is there doing nothing about it? And they need to understand that we are here and we are waiting, we're watching. Yes. We're not going to lay low. If anything happens to Mazi Iyke, they need to understand that we will take action.
Yes.
We're not going to sit by. So they need to understand that his release has to be imminent. They need to release him. They need to give us Biafra, because this is what we need. Biafra is our home, and we're never going to give up on this struggle.
That's right.
I remember when we went to the hotel to meet Buhari when he was still alive. They saw what we did to him at the hotel in London, and he ran away.
Yes.
Again, if they want us to, because we're getting to the point where we have nothing to lose. And if we do need to take action, we will do so. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me your time.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you for your call. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Like our brother just spoke, this is exactly what I've been saying. I said it on this program before. Don't go out, sit at home. Sit at home means sit in your houses. Now somebody's attacked. Because why? Because the person went out, and then the army and the police will attack the person and they will claim his IPOB. That's exactly that's the game. That's the game that they play, and we know it. However, the person that they attacked was out there by 5 a.m. Please, our sit at home is 6 to 6. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's exactly when we're supposed to stay at home. We are not supposed to be out there attacking people. We are not the ones doing it. It's this DSS. They are organizing themselves, and they are the ones that are doing what they are doing. I have a call coming in. Let me take this one. Caller on straight line, on private line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you for picking my call, my brother. Dr. Aspit, are you hearing me? Thank you so much for picking my call. I'm your brother Mazi Iyke. I'm calling from Austria. By the special grace of God, I am IPOB National PRO. Mazi, first of all, I want to thank our people at home for locking today for the sake of our leader Mazi Iyke, for his unconditional release, which we have placed that we must keep on obeying until our leader Mazi Iyke will be released unconditionally, because he's a good man. What Mazi Iyke what he's fighting for is for we the Biafrans to be able to gain life again, because without Biafra we have no life. What Mazi Iyke committed is because he asked for a referendum of Biafrans for us to decide our fate. if we want to belong to that country called Nigeria or not. So the British government and the Zoological Republic government has no right to kidnap him or to commit what is called extraordinary rendition on our leader Mazi Iyke. He's a good man, and we must keep on standing with him. All over the world knows about this man. He stood up to fight for his people. He lived everything he's supposed to have in life and put up his life. His parents, his mother, all of them are dead today because of me and you. And we must continue to obey this instruction from this order from DOS, because DOS is Mazi Iyke. Mazi Iyke is DOS. He set up DOS to act on his behalf, and they are acting today on his behalf. So anybody who is going contrary to what DOS is saying, you are on your own. You are not part of us. This is what we are saying. And may we betide any man. It doesn't matter if you are relative to Mazi Iyke or not. May we betide you who will allow yourself to be used by the devil in this struggle we are. It is unbelievable that some people will come up to begin to give order that what DOS is saying is not going to take place. It is unbelievable. We don't believe that something will come, but what we are saying here is that Biafrans are wise now. Mazi Iyke have taught us, have opened our brain, have made us to understand where we stand. It doesn't matter. Even the wise cannot come out today to give us an order, and we cannot follow it. All we know is Mazi Iyke and DOS for now, until by the special grace of Elohim Chukwuka, he will come out and rejoin us and continue this journey until Biafra is restored. This is where we stand, and this is where we must continue to stand. There's no going back. So anybody who wants to come out today to try to go to the other side of it, you are on your own, and you will be judged. A day will come, we will remember you every sin that you've committed. As Mazi Iyke said it, we will hang you in front of that tree nearest to your father's compound, so that your people will know that there was one saboteur that was hanged on this tree for the sake of going against his own people. And we are giving a very strong warning to all the politicians in Biafra land. Be you governor, whoever you are, it doesn't matter. You should respect yourself. We are the people. We gave you the right today. All that you are perambulating in that country today, we gave you the right. And we have stand up to say that what we want is Biafra. Earlier, the better you join us, or a day will come, the judgment will lay on you. Mazi, this is where we stand, and we are going nowhere.
Thank you.
Thank you for picking my call. May Elohim bless you.
Bless you too.
God bless you, Mazi.
God bless you. All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I still stand on what I'm saying, that Kanu needs to clear himself. He has to call in and find out. Let us know what happened to your account, honestly, because I don't want to believe that thing was written by you. I don't want to believe it, but I just wish that your account had been hacked. And let us know. Let us know, and probably you have to block the account completely and open up a new one. Because this is not time. We have leadership, and the leadership for now is the DOS. It's like DOS is the NNAMDI'S that we see, basically, at this time. And long as far as we are concerned, whatever they say goes. Nobody, I mean, just about nobody has the right to change what they have said. The only person that can change what they say is Mazi Iyke. Nobody else. Not me, not you. As long as they are there, they are the ones there, and they are the ones that are doing their job. They are doing their job very well, the best way they know. And if I want to say or if I ain't name, we don't have to really worry about them failing or succeeding. This is called Radio Biafra. Have a call coming in on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Thank you, Mazi. Good morning, family. Your day belongs.
There we.
Mazi, please, I just want to hear my view. My name is Bright Daniel, and I'm calling from my location. Mazi, this is a very good thing that has happened today. They will carry our news.
Yes.
But we have a very, very big rule to play. This is good. Do you know why it is good? It has shown us the next thing they are going to do next Monday. Because next Monday, they will use another medium of propaganda. There is a very heavy battle in the media warfare, and we have to stand up. And how do we stand up? I'm appealing to all Biafrans, and I want to encourage them and thank them for what they have done today. The people back home have proved today that they are the landlord.
Yes.
The land belongs to them. They are the owner of the land. They determine what will happen. But my suggestion is this. One more thing. DOS, you people are listening. Help us to enforce this. There are radio stations in Biafra land, owned and controlled by the zoo. If you carry Biafra flag along the road, they ask police to kill you. If you put bango written Biafra or Ipob, they kill you. If you paint any color of Biafra flag near you, they kill you. We are going to start bombarding all these their fake radio media house with phone calls. If you are a Biafra living in Abuja, there is a very wicked radio station in Abuja that its work is to kill Igbos. That radio station is called 95.1 Nigerian Info. That radio station is situated in Abuja. It is also in Lagos, and it is in Port Harcourt. Anytime they are online, they only aim views to kill Igbos and the Biafrans. Why not call in into that radio station? Call in whatever program they are doing. Even if they are doing marriage counseling program, call in and tell them Biafra is real. Call in, use that credit card, that call card you have to do live. Use it and call it there. Since if I carry flag in the road, they will kill me. They don't want to talk about me. Mark, I'm telling you, if you see how they are carrying these things of calendar, they are even carrying it more than the lockdown. So I'm appealing. If you come to Aba, there are radio stations, Magic FM, Boz FM. If you go to Port Harcourt, there is reading, there is this. Call in to that radio station. Use their phone, hide your number. If you don't want them to see your number, start the program. Your call will come in such a way that they will not air that lies again, because what they are coming to do is to produce falsehood. They are coming to propagate lies. Because they will not allow you to take the flag in the road. They will kill you. I have witnessed it myself. I was traveling from Aba to Abakaliki. They stop all of us, touch us, touch you whether you have a bango, touch you whether you have a necklace written Biafra. Anything. I saw 3 people that they brought down, the army brought down from the road because they have a bango written Biafra. So good and fine. We will not have any bango. We will not have any t-shirt. We will not wear any face cap written Biafra. But you see that radio station, that place that is the engine room of this your lies and the propaganda. Can you imagine how low Nigerian newspapers have gone? Carrying the news of beautifying it, making it look real. Because our people are in the house. We are obeying the lockdown. Now they come on air to produce another falsehood. Call. Which that radio station we call? Remember they are attacking our site, our stations. But they don't attack you here. They attack you.
Yeah.
They destroy it. So as they are attacking us, we will attack them back. DOS, enforce it. You listening, enforce it. I usually I call it from my location here. I call from my location here. I call their program. I also call Kenya. They have program that they air online. I call it. I call their program. I call to tell them, why did you people kidnap our leader? They will shut down the program. They will cancel your call. They will reject your call. Call again. Keep on. By the time you call, I call. They will turn their phone off. They will only produce lies. People will still hear that word, Biafra.
Yes.
It will go into their ear. So I thank my people back home. Believe you me, the report I get from my location in Biafra land is a welcome development. There is total lockdown. The governors are covered with shame. The land belongs to the people. The people have made their plight known to the world. We have made our case known to the world. We have done the rallies everywhere, done the protests everywhere in the world. None of the news cover it. They don't want to hear it. The radio station will hear it. Even in my location, I call it. So let us hit their radio station. That is the engine room of the lie. We also hit the newspapers with their comments. Biafra, we will talk Biafra.
Thank you.
This word Biafra will come out from our mouth. Thank you, man. God bless you.
There were. Yeah, now that our brother have said something, there's something that just struck my mind about these radio stations. There are people that call on this station. Let me tell you something very interesting. When they want to get into Radio Biafra, I don't know how to do it, but they block that line with their number. There is nobody can come into that line until I have taken their call. So they can do the same thing to these radio stations. That's exactly why I'm bringing up this point. They block the line so much that if I don't take his call or that particular number, nobody is going to use that line. There's sometimes like maybe line 1 or something is blocked by one person. His number is there. The phone stops, he comes back. The phone stops, he comes back. He keeps coming back and back until I'm forced to take his call. That's the only way he can stop. I know he's not dialing, probably doing something through the computer or whatever he's doing. That thing you're doing is very knowledgeable. Do the same thing to the other radio stations outside there. In the zoo. Block their line. Block it with your number. When they can't get you off, they will eventually take your call. Because I won't tell them what I do here to be able to get your call through. To get other people to call in. Because once they block that line, they block it. If they should carry Kanu Taza's purported, because I'm not sure he is the one that did. I don't want to believe it. It's going to hurt me very much. Because he's somebody I have met personally. Somebody we've taken pictures with and we've spoken. So I don't want to believe that he did that. Because otherwise, if he's the one that did that, then I've messed up with a fool. Honestly, I don't think he is the one that did it. I don't want to believe it. I want to believe it's being hacked. That is why the people that are so interested in it are the people that will see the downfall of the whole thing and jumping. But you know something? It's a waste of time. That water will never sink in. Next Monday, we are coming back to the same thing. We'll keep on coming every Monday until they release our leader unconditionally. It's as simple as that. Whatever they think they want, we'll give it to them. If they think that by holding our leader, we are going to give up and start coming out on Mondays, no, we will not. We will stay at home on every Monday thereafter. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on Principal Officer's line.
Yeah, Mazi, Dr. Peter.
There we
from here.
There we
Yeah. Good afternoon, Biafrans, members of freedom all around the world. Pastor Jack on the line, I just want to contribute this afternoon. First of all, I want to appreciate our people for obeying this lockdown. It was a very wonderful one, and they have shown the world that we are all in it together, even though they think you are not a registered member of the IPOB. But they have told them and showed them that all of us were all in this freedom fighting together. So we must consolidate on the gain so far, and we will continue to do more to make sure we destroy the economy of the zoo, and as well as that of Britain. Now, having said that, the second thing I want to say here is our brother that called from United Kingdom talking about what they did to his brother, a lawyer. I must have to tell you that is not IPOB. It wasn't IPOB that did that. And I will tell you, if you listen to BBC Pidgin for the first time, they were going around reporting and telling us how compliant that lockdown is. And the commentator went as far as saying that they are not stopping people who are on essential duty, or people who are going there, people who justify where they are going. But the people they accosted them and asked them who they are, and they show their ID and all that, they were allowed to do their work because they are on essential duty. So if they can allow BBC Pidgin to come and do their coverage, how much more a Biafran, a lawyer? And for that matter, by 5, not even by 6, I don't think those people are IPOB. You know, the zoo, they will always do something. When we announce that we want to do something, they will want to capitalize on that particular thing to see how they can creep in and cause havoc, and they blame it on IPOB. So this is what they normally do. Now, having said that, I wouldn't want to dwell on the issue of counter, not counter. But believe you me, before this issue was stated, nobody should argue that counter can't do such a thing. Believe you me. Sometimes I had up at this air that where go here carry here now. Go here carry here. But nevertheless, this is not going to distract DOS. Do you know why? Most times, this was how we started. During a man a Clifford, we are pampering them. Before you know, they cause their own damage. We know how far how backward that thing took us. It came to the time of fast forward to Uche before, the same thing. And many of us knew when this thing started, we are pampering it. It happened, it went the way it went. We know how backward this thing drag us to. Fast forward, Onyibe, the same thing happened. We continue keeping quiet. When we see those errors, we do an investigation and take action as men do to nip the whole thing in the bud before it snowballs into another thing. Because before somebody will come and say, let us not create enmity within ourselves, forget it. Call a spade a spade. That is why we are POB. We are whiter than white. So if you don't treat it when you're supposed to treat it, it creeps into another thing. By that time, you begin to find it difficult to handle it. But sometimes that earlier time, I used to say there is a vacuum. It's because of all this thing. As soon as to this thing, the zoo targeted yesterday to bombard the information. Almost all the national daily, apart from Sahara, push that information at the same time. And this is the Igbo politicians are aware, they have their hands in it. I remember when you can see Azul released statement a few days ago when he was saying we have no reason to sit at home, that they are monitoring the trial of our leader, and they have spoken with the family members and all that. You think we are kids? We put one or two things together to arrive at conclusion. You are discussing with the family. You see, are we the family or we are doing IPOB here? So nobody is a kid. Now, having said that, anytime there is issue, DOS switch into action, do the necessary investigation, and take immediate action so that I do not snowball into another thing. We are not here to make anybody happy or make anybody angry. Because some of you that are saying this thing, you have not received village. I don't know if you are still aware that people like us, we are still on crutches. Till now, I'm talking to you. You think somebody will come and mess around with this logo, and they think we'll be happy? So that is just it. That is just my contribution this afternoon.
All right. Is it okay? You just stopped abruptly. I'm sure you're done with what you're saying. All right. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls. It does, like I said before, we are Tipa Buaja. Nobody can derail us of what we are doing. Yeah. When when we continue with this journey, if it is one person that gets to the end of it, so be it. But the final thing is that we're going to get Biafra, regardless of what anybody says. Like my brother just said something here very interesting. That Okezi Ikpeazu probably has spoken to the family. He has gone there, and normally politicians don't visit you without some basket. Something to make you happy, because they think they are important. They are full of themselves. I have a call. Let me take this one on WhatsApp line. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. This Mendia, Power Mendia, calling from my location.
Oh, okay. Well, Power, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, I'm very grateful. I'm happy. Thank you, in the first place, for giving us a successful compliance of today's lockdown. We are just starting, just the first one. So I have to thank the entire Biafrans, with the IPOB family members, and the Biafrans at large. I have to thank the DOS, the leadership of the struggle, for standing tall with our leader Mazi Iyke, even in his absence. Yes, he's still with us, and I believe the DSS will take this very good news to him where he is, and he will be very happy that we are indeed together in this very struggle. I thank you for coming up this very hour and also picking my call. Mazi, there is this thing that I want to say. You said that you don't believe yet on what is happening, and I'm just happy for the last caller and the other person that was calling and mentioned his name as well. If I can get to these people, I would love to make friends with people like this, because this struggle needs this spirit. There are the people that have the spirit that I need in this very struggle. Mazi, there is one thing in this struggle. People are calling you, telling you they love you, they're happy the way you do things, they praise you, they call you all sorts of names. Mazi, if you turn against this struggle tomorrow, you will see IPOB in action. you will stand to regret your life. Are you getting me?
Yes.
That is just IPOB. That is the IPOB for you. IPOB is not a family matter. IPOB, as I'm talking to you now, I have a mark in me that will never go up from me till I die because of IPOB. And we have every other people in source condition. We are not talking about the people that are no longer alive. We are not talking about just the last 2 weeks that we went to Abuja. Did all of us came back? The answer is no. There are people in detention now. The Abuja that we went, most of all, we use our at-hand money to travel from the east to Abuja, go and come back. We know what we spent. It is not IPOB's fun. So IPOB is never and will never be a family issue. You said you don't believe up to this moment. I believe it's almost 24 hours by now since this saga came up. I don't know when you believe. You can call him and talk with him direct. If his account has been hacked, the Facebook and the Twitter at the same time, okay, so let it be. But I remember one thing, according to Gospel, according to Bible, Jesus Christ told his mother that who is my mother, who is my father, if not these people that are here with me. And I see that in our leader, Mazi Kanu. We love the family, we love all of them because of our leader. But when you come to chain of command in IPOB, we don't take command from any of them, even the one at home, because they are not in the structure. The brother did not put them in the structure. If the brother comes out and says that Kanu is deputy today, believe you me, we will take him as his deputy. But whenever he falls hand, we will never tolerate his or any mistake from anybody, because the struggle belongs to Biafrans, even the unborn. You can see small children are coming up singing Biafran national anthem. Do they know Kanu? Do they know the family of Mazi Iyke? The answer is no. We are all doing this thing for our own benefit. The benefit is the betterment of our motherland and the people that are coming up. So I so much appreciate the leadership of IPOB for setting up this very structure, this struggle in this very manner that we found ourselves today. The disobedient people have seen one or two things that they don't believe. People are trying to complain. People do this to them. Anybody that wants to do it, even if Nigerian government, even if army, they will let them do whatsoever, because if you obey the instruction, that very common instruction, you will not be harassed, or nothing will happen to you. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Simple. Yes. Stay in your house. If you are in your house, I don't think that anything will happen to you. You can stay in your house and be writing rubbish on social media. Yes, that one is different. But when you go out to see, let me try IPOB, or let me see the unknown government. No unknown government, no ESN, no IPOB. The people that are dealing with you are Nigerians. These are the reason why we are crying, we are shedding tears. When Israelites want to leave Egypt, go back and read Exodus. You will see what Israelites passed through in the hands of Egyptians. That is what people are passing through in the hands of Nigeria today. That is what we are passing through in the hands of Nigeria today. What we are doing is all about release our leader. Simple. If they release our leader today, every matter about sit at home stop. Then we talk about another thing. But if they keep on holding him, if we finish one day and we see that it seems like they don't want to listen, Mazi, we are going to 2 days. So after all, when they lock down this place, say they do COVID-19, we were still here surviving. If we finish one day and it seems like it doesn't touch them, we will go to 2 days. Probably we go for 1 week. We are on ground to do the work. I'm telling you the fact. We are not happy. Yes. So anybody that wants to use this very, they do this, they do that, you are on your own. We are not happy, and we are ready to do anything to make sure that we get Biafra. Thank you very much, man.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, smart. I don't plan that motto.
Good afternoon from here. I'm calling you from the holy land of Biafra, the land of Chukwuokike Abiama. That land that Britain want to conquer. That land that Britain want to take since 1804. But they can't see, I don't know why they can't see that this thing, we are not succeeding in this thing that we are doing. Let's just allow these people to go. But they want to die. And British will be destroyed. Because our leader said it. That Britain will be destroyed. That they should go and write it down. And I know that Boris Johnson wrote it down somewhere. And it must happen. It must. Mazi Iyke, what I want to really say again is that, the lockdown in Biafra land here, everything is just going the way normal the thing is supposed to go. Because we are not happy here we are, though the lockdown is taking place. But Mazi Iyke, let me tell you the truth. From my own mind, though, we are not happy. Me, my own self. Because our leader don't supposed to be there. And Mazi Iyke, you need to understand again that, our leader used to say there's something wrong with the brain of a black man. About Kanu. Because our life is that money. Mazi Iyke, I want to prove this point now. About Ikonso, our great hero, when they kill Ikonso, when Hope Uzodinma, that Supreme Court governor, that Fulani people, that puppet that they put there, that useless smelling thing that they put there that they call governor. When he went and priced Ikonso, we know how many million, more than 60-something million or how many million. Because like as one of our brothers said in your program, that these people, that they are demons, they are devils. He called them devils. But these people, they are satanic. So once anybody have anything to do in contact with those politicians, your own is gone. You are a goner.
Yeah.
So what you would do is that, what our people would do is that, our leader said that we need to develop a mental toughness. That the brain needs to be hard. Now, Mazi Iyke, sometimes I'm angry because up by now we're supposed to be reasoning very fine. We're supposed to, because our leader Mazi Kanu, he has lectured us enough the way we're supposed to stand strong like a man who can walk over the bam. Mazi Iyke, let me drop here. Drop here.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I know it's very annoying, but something, we have to deal with it. This is part of the process. It's part of the process of taking us to our fatherland, our motherland, Biafra. That's the process we're going through. Might look very convoluting, but in the end, we'll be there. I have a call on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. Good afternoon, Biafra. Good afternoon, lovers of freedom. My name is Nanabarimadu Onyemuchechukwu. Am I coming out clear?
Loud and clear, sir. Go ahead. Good morning.
Yeah, I just want to thank, most importantly, I want to thank the CEO of Peace, Mass Transit, Mwahia. You have made me proud today by shutting down. I want to also thank one of the most regardful superstars in Ada George. I never knew that man is even a Nigerian, not to talk of a Biafran, or maybe one who have loved what we are doing. Is not a person than living John. So wherever you are, God will bless you for being in solidarity with us today. I love you, everyone. I did not mention your name today, but so let me go straight. When we talk about these issues, we make it look as if somebody is hindering us from not getting where we are. But I know this is a defined, thing. When you were starting all this talk about that IPOB is not structured, that we are structured, but really it's not structured in the physical. I think the main structure came up from the spiritual realm. So most of us who are just trying to make popularity of some certain names here, those names are not important to us because in as much as I'm concerned, Mazi Kanu is not the owner of Biafra. Neither is the Kanunta, or whoever they call him, the owner of the establishment of any given body that has been making this a successful one, maybe IPOP, maybe any organization that has been supporting this. He's not the owner of it. So me making it look as if he's under pressure to come and say what he said. I've watched some certain things from the civilized world, a thing called economy. The couples felt that their son is under a certain situation, and they begin to, accept the offer of the enemy to make sure they regain the life of their son. But all of a sudden, when two of the couples realized what was happening, they forgive each other, but at the same time, they held on to make sure they get what they want. So this issue of coming in to talk about this, my brother, wherever he is, you may be passing a pressure, but to me, I tell you what, you should look to the legacies of the wife of Mazi Iyke. Understand that nobody passes any pressure more than her. And that should have given you a courage to know that she stands behind you and behind her husband to make sure that this goal is achieved, not to the glory of the family, but to the glory of Elohim. And that was why the book of Genesis chapter 50, verse 19, says, but as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good to bring to pass as it is this day to save us much people alive. So it's not about the family of Mazi Iyke. The glory has been given to them on earth already, fine. But it is for the generation that are yet to come. So whatsoever you're doing, I'm encouraging you, I'm not calling you, but this will be the last time I'll call you on this radio or any of our platform, please. Just recognize that even if you lose your life now that I'm talking to you, from the hands of those people that are pressurizing you, that are threatening you for any kind of business you have joined, or maybe you have illegally, involved, just come and claim and confess and leave that business. Those business worth nothing on you, or those things worth nothing on you. Come and claim and for us to run this game free. Your brother has nothing in cupboard to have, and he's doing it perfectly. So you should follow the legacy of your brother, not going around to make yourself be. Please, this is just an advice. I'm not hurting you, I'm not quarreling you, I'm not insulting you, but I'm encouraging you to look back and touch the life of the wife of Mazi Iyke, and you will get back to your seat. Thank you, Biafrans, wherever you are. I love you. Bye for now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is Radio Biafra. I still have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Let me take this one. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi Iyke, Peter, greetings from here.
Welcome to the program.
My name remains Prince Sunday Naman Mazi. I am calling from United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
I'm happy to get you today, and thank you so much for bringing me in to air my view on what is happening today in our Biafra land. Mazi, I must commend our people today at home. If anybody say that that our people doesn't know their leader, the person is lying. We have seen our leader, and our leader remains Mazi Iyke. Now, Mazi, what happened today will give a very strong message to the Nigerian government that it's not only Mazi Iyke that gives order and our people carries out. That without Mazi Iyke, upon his absence, the order was given by our parliament, because I called DOS our parliament, where the whole IPOB struggle lies. They are the stronghold of IPOB. They give order, and the order was carried out. It's an evidence that the Nigerian government holding our leader will never stop of what is about to fall to them. Holding our leader will never stop what is about to fall to them. If they know, if without our leader, order can give in, and everybody obey and happy, stayed at home. It's an evidence that we are totally fed up in Nigeria, that we need to go home. Mas, we need to go home. Because, let me remind them, very soon, tomorrow now, you will see news. All these Nigeria go to news. They will go to these governors, try to bring topic out from their mouth. I can catch him here. Last sit at home in 30th May, Dave Umai was interviewed in channel television. They asked him, how can somebody that doesn't have any political post will give order and the people obey? He replied, he said, there's nothing, just for us to obey the people that were killed, our people that died during the war. Everybody, after everybody are doing so, we have to obey and do our own. The same person asked him, what if this occur next time, that if they come up with another thing that people have to stay at home without any 30th May, how is it going to be? What will be their reaction? Dave Umai said, when the time reach, today, this is the time is now, and they could not be able to stop it. So it means that they have nothing to offer in our land anymore. Mas, I must commend our people. I am so happy, yes. Honestly speaking. Honestly. I am from Enugu State. Enugu, my hometown, complete total. I was seeing all the pictures and the video. I was very happy concerning Enugu State. I never believed that Enugu will obey like this. I never believed. Yes. I am so happy. Mas, we need to go home. The name Nigeria, we are no longer safe, we that in diaspora. The name in Nigeria is a very cost to us, we that are living in diaspora, honestly speaking. Do you believe that the United Arab Emirates, just as of yesterday, give what they call it, Ghana free visa to come in? As long as you are having a Ghana passport, you are free to come in without visa. Yeah. Nigeria now in Dubai is like a criminal. As long as you are bearing that you are holding that passport, that green passport, you're a criminal in Dubai as I'm talking to you now. We are no longer safe anywhere. We need to go home. Our people we need to do whatsoever it will take and get our freedom and go home. We are tired of bearing this name Nigeria, even holding the passport. It's a very shame. Why won't us treat like a criminal where the country itself was ranked as a third terrorist country in the whole world? Third. Why won't other countries see us as a terrorist? You think the world are not watching? Today, sit at home is a very good evidence and a message to the world, international community, that we are tired of Nigeria, that we need to go home. Mas, thank you. That is the only thing I can contribute.
Thank you very much. You did very well. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls. Let me see what time I got now. Okay, I got probably. Let me take one more call before I call it a day. Caller on straight line. Caller on straight line just went off. Let me take caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Well, yeah, my Ike Peter.
There we go.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Happy sit at home, sir.
There we go.
I want to let our people to know that the OKZ Ipazu that saying that he went and see Kanu's family. It's a lie from the pit of hell. The time the army invade Kanu Palace, he has some things they collected, they stole in that palace, they take to government house till today. They have never returned those things back to Afaruku. And when they are burying our leader, parents, OKZ Ipazu did not send any representative. So let them stop talking all these things they are talking. If they want to talk to Kanunta, let them talk to Kanunta direct. And forget about the family of Kanunta. Kanunta is the person that did something. We'll talk about him. If we to strip him naked, we strip him naked. OKZ Ipazu is talking live from the pit of hell. OKZ Ipazu cannot even go to that family because you know what he committed in that family. To say nobody will, no matter say he's governor, the place that is governor today is place that let Kanu is governing as a king. As a king. So let him stop saying that he went there to see who is there in that house that he see. The palace that he destroyed. Is he where he's going to go and see person? He has made problem in that palace. Even the strangers from that community, the strangers that live in that community, even start making problem to Afaruku. Please let them stop. When they want to, let them talk to Kanu, do anything they want to do with Kanu. They should leave that house alone. God bless you, sir.
God day, well. Thank you so much. All right, let's see if I have time. No, I have no more time left. I have to go. All right, I have turned down all the phone lines. I'm sorry, tomorrow you have to make your calls or go to Mazi Iyke channel, whatever information that you require. Please go to Radio Biafra USA 1 that is coming in next. And my own take before I go today, I want to add something to what I said earlier. I find it very difficult to believe, not that anything is impossible, but we don't give a dog a bad name in order to hang it. Kanunta, I want to assume in my mind, my consciousness, that what they said you wrote was not written by you. The onus is on you to prove me wrong. Because if you don't, I'm not threatening, I'm only telling you right now that if you do not come up with something to convince us, not through here, you can go to the other Radio Biafra platforms, you can make calls there and clear yourself. Otherwise, I am personally going to ban you from calling Radio Biafra USA 2. Anytime I see your call here, it's a no-no. Whoever does anything like that you've done, especially when it comes from you, it's unexpected. It is a punch that you say, it's a punch below your belt. I don't expect it to be you that will do this at this time. Like I said before, I met you before, I've taken pictures with you, I've spoken with you, and I know that we are a family. We are members of IPOB. Your brother happened to be our leader, yes, absolutely, unequivocally. That is, there's no way, there's no replacement for your brother. But don't take advantage of it and mess the whole thing up. You are not an officer in IPOB. First of all, you have no right, just like me, to issue orders beyond what the DOS have said. In the absence of your brother, DOS stands. They are the leaders of this organization. It does not matter where you are placed. Even if you're a coordinator somewhere, you still don't have the right to stretch your hand beyond the coordinating unit that you belong to, the family. You can't extend your hand from there across. Let us say you're a coordinator somewhere in Germany. You can't extend your hand over to Italy or to Europe or to London, whatever. What you're manning is your coordinating unit. Then talk less of you, whom I'm not sure, I'm not previewed, I don't know about that. I know you belong to the family, you are IPOB, regardless of the fact that your brother is there, but you are like everybody else. You are like every floor member. Me and you are not the same. We not get a power to extend anything. So mind your business. That's what our brother used to say. And take your job. The moment you want to cross your border to take another person's job, that's where you're going to have a problem. Carpenter cannot all of a sudden pick up operational job in the hospital. Otherwise, that is why everybody has his job. You have what you are signed to do. Even if you're a member of IPOB, fine. Probably you hold an office there. I don't know. I'm not sure. But whatever happens, you are a family. In the family, we are all members of the family. But we have only one leader, and his name is Mazi Iyke. What you did yesterday, or what I'm assuming that you didn't do, because I don't want to believe that you did it. I read it on Facebook. I was basically mad. So mad that everywhere they posted that thing on Facebook, I had to personally copy what our DOS have said about it and then paste it as comments in each of them. If you look at them, everywhere you come up, I did that. Because I didn't want to believe that anything like that will come out of you or anybody that is close to the family. For a very successful outing today, for a successful sit at home, I say bravo to Biafrans. I am so proud of all of you. Honestly, this old man sitting down here is very, very proud of you. I regard most of you as my children, my grandsons, my great-grand Maybe I qualify go as great grand, but whatever happens, joke apart, I congratulate each and every one of us. Don't forget that it doesn't end this Monday. Next Monday is going to be another day. And next Monday, following Monday will be another day until they release our leader. He is not supposed to be there where he is today. He's not where he belongs. He does not belong there. He belongs to come out and see with his family. They know how they took him from Kenya. What I read this morning, I'm going to read it again tomorrow about what the Jimako said. That's a very interesting article. That article has made us understand that we are Biafrans. And the man has already analyzed it even without going to court, because I know that those that are going to be in court, like the judges and everything, they will read that, what he has written. And they will find out that the more the zoo reads all that, the more they get their mind messed up, because they are not sure of what is going to happen. Support our ESN. And don't forget to still want to remind you, the meeting yesterday was held, and the Zoom meeting, but then the rally that is coming up on 25th, 26th, 27th in London. If you're going to be part of it, you want to be part of it, please go and get yourself a visa, because you're going to another country, unless you live in London. And for those in London, that's kudos for them. I expect them to be there. Our women are doing very, very well. Hannah Abani. You know, they say women are the neck, the men are the head, but the head cannot move to a particular direction unless the neck turns towards that direction. So they are still in control. Our leader has said it earlier on this broadcast one time, that the day the women will rise, that's the day Biafra will come. From me, I will still want to remind you that Biafra is our religion, and Radio Biafra is where we worship. From here, from me, it's goodbye.
Just with you the example. Can you shoot for our life? Is forcing a raping our women. Is over. I die Biafra, unless this life is over.